Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday afternoon from Dog is Good. I am Gila Kurtz, one of the co-founders and co-owners of Dog is Good lifestyle brand for dog lovers. And if you are single, you are in the right place today. Even if you're not single, this is such a great idea. I've talked to Leigh before. She's one of the founders of DigDates, and we're going to talk. I'm going to introduce her more formally here in just a second, but she and I were just talking offline. So you guys, I know next month is the month of love, and so we have some very amazing things to share and a lot of fun conversation to have. So I want you to pop on in, and if you are in a relationship currently, reach out to all your single friends. And if you're not single like myself, this still is really fun to talk about. So share with your married or partnered friends as well. But just before we get started, I want to mention a couple things. So we are bringing the lifestyle show to you every other week now. If you have guests or people that you know with really interesting stories or cool things to share with other dog lovers, reach out to us. Let us know. In fact, we'll put into the in the comments where to send your connections, because there's a lot of people out there, I'm sure, that we don't know about that we would love to share with everybody else. And every week we always do a giveaway, so you get a chance to win something. And I think this, for this conversation, is perfectly appropriate. It is a t-shirt, of course, and it is one of our newest releases that says, "I'm not single, I have a dog." I am not single, I have a dog. My dog is laying over there with her Rose. She's like a Bachelor fan, so we got her a little Rose. She was laying on the floor with it the other day. It was actually very funny. You can look at our Instagram page, Dog is Good, and check out Bola with her Rose getting all ready for the Bachelor. What else can I share with you guys? More stuff, which I will tell you towards the end about other things that you need to look out for from Dog is Good. But before we do, I want to get right into it and a conversation with Leigh for two reasons. One, you guys, not only is this a fun idea, but here's the thing. I love business, and I am always fascinated by entrepreneurial ventures that people come up with and how they take an idea and turn it, or have a issue or a problem and find a way to solve it by turning it into a whole cool growing business venture. And that's exactly what Leigh and her sister have done with DigDates. So let me introduce her. So Leigh is the implementer and the hustler of the dog person's dating app founding team. So it was she and her sister Casey who launched the company originally, and the whole idea started because Casey was dating this guy, and guess what? He was not a dog lover. And I can totally see, I could imagine the shock in her face when she realized, wait a minute, my boyfriend doesn't like my dog. That's just not going to work. So she comes up with this idea, and then the two of them realize, hey, this is probably a problem that a lot of other people might have. And to avoid that, let's just start a dating app. And that's exactly what they did. She shares that in the dating app world, people are looking to niche dating apps because they want to know that they have something in common with the person right away. I mean, to me, this is the most brilliant idea as it is, because dogs are such an instant connection for people. On the pet tech industry side, the tech pet revolution that's going on right now is what makes DigDates such a valuable business opportunity. And I know you guys are also seeking investors, right? You're still doing that? Yep. So you guys, if you're looking for the right company and right timing to invest in something, you may want to check this out. And I know Leigh can talk to you further about that privately offline. Originally, she is from Boston, Massachusetts, but now lives in Gretna, Louisiana with her German short-haired pointer, Penny. The DigDates team is now officially launching in the LA area on January 31st, which we are going to be in attendance of their launch party. So we're super excited. We'll talk to you guys about that as well. Hi, Judy and Kalia. So they are, Judy is here in California. Kalia is up there in Washington. And you guys go invite some of all of our friends so that we can introduce Leigh to all of them. Okay, so let's dive right in. We know how the idea started. Casey realized. But since you guys have launched, it's been a little bit over a year now, or about a year?
Almost a year. We launched last year on Valentine's Day.
Okay, so almost a year. Let's catch everybody up to what has transpired most specifically in the past few months as DigDates is starting to trailblaze the dating app world.
Absolutely. So one of the main things for a dating app is you have to have a lot of people in one place for it to work. So what we really focused on was launching city by city with big, fun, free, dog-friendly events, really seeing how many business partners in the dog community we can find to help us spread the word through dog lovers. And then also getting as much press involved because the news needs more dogs in love involved. And so they usually turn to us. So we launched in 7 cities so far, New Orleans, Chicago, New York, Boston, Detroit, San Francisco, and Austin. Next week, we're launching in LA with a 650-person event with 35 businesses coming, giving things away for free treats, free services, free snacks for humans too, but a lot more for the dogs. And then in Portland next month. And so we are just trailblazing through the country, meeting as many dog lovers as we can and trying to make as many matches as we can.
This is so awesome. So you guys, we're going to be at the event in LA. We're really excited about sharing all the Dog is Love products and things like that, all the people, and I know that I'm sure a lot of people want to get there. I'm not single, I have a dog t-shirts. So tell me how you promote. I know that you're promoting through the cities, but tell us the process for people to get on the app and what that experience is like for them. That's question number 1. Question number 2 is, how do you balance out the male-female ratio?
That's huge. All right, I'll start with number 1. It's easy to find us. Search for us either on the App Store or on Google Play. I think last time we talked, we hadn't launched for Android phones, so that was really exciting. We started trending on the Google Play Store as soon as we launched, got featured by Android Police, which was really cool. So made it through that community really quickly. A lot of dog lovers waiting for us there. So you log in. One of the first things the app will ask you is, are you looking for someone with a dog or without a dog or either? That part is hugely important because so many of these questions, so much of this app is built around the compatibility between the humans, but also between the dogs. And we know that not all dogs get along. So maybe you need to find someone who loves dogs, but doesn't have one of their own. And so you both can just love your dog as much as you do. So there are a few questions through the app like that, including dog size, add photos of your dog. You'll be able to build a profile for you and a profile for your dog if you have one. And you'll be able to see 5 people at a time. And you can really dig or pass on the profiles you see. Once you match with someone, you can actually plan a dog-friendly date right from the app. So you can search for dog-friendly locations near you to suggest a first date idea. And that part's really important because we want to get you off the app. We want to get you out dating, really meeting, really seeing if you're compatible and that the app is really working. And you get daily deals from different pet companies. The idea there is so you can show up with a unique treat and win over their dog from the start. We've got tips or tricks of the day from vets and trainers. So everything about the app is really about building this community of people who agree with you. Dogs are a big part of their life in whatever way it may be. And you can start having that conversation right away to see if your lifestyles match.
I love that. I love how you are incorporating all aspects because it's a holistic approach to how we live our lives around our dogs. And one of my favorite things about this whole the dating component of this too is the focus on the compatibility around the dog, and that you make it so easy to have a date. So give us some examples of some dates that people have gone on, in the cities that I know you're following some of the people. Like, what are they doing for their first dates with their dogs?
Sure. I like to encourage the dog park as a first date for a few reasons. One, if you got 2 dogs, you're not meeting in one dog's territory, another dog's territory, you're meeting in a neutral location. If dog park doesn't work for you, going on a walk together immediately, making sure that you're putting the dogs in the best situation to get along. But that is like the world's best date, right? You can show up and you can have other people around you. You've got things to distract you if you need, a lot of things to talk about. So on the app, you can search for the closest dog parks near you and suggest it to them right in the messaging area. breweries across the country are becoming more dog friendly. Kind of the brewery surge has been really neat. It helps get around a lot of the food and health requirements that different cities have that might not let dogs inside. A lot of them have like food trucks outside. So the brewery scene has been really huge in terms of dog friendly date ideas as well. And we love both of those.
Yeah, I feel like one of the things that, today it's challenging to meet people, right? I know when I was younger, and I hadn't shared this story with you, when I met my husband, I'm gonna show our picture here for just a second. So this is, for you guys, this is us. Oh, the light, I don't know if you can see, that's 30 years ago. If you can believe, I can't even believe that. But how I met him was at a bid for Bachelor auction. So like this was before cell phones, you guys. Quite honestly, I think it was before email. It was before email. Oh my God, I know I'm really old, but it's probably before you were born, Leigh. I don't even know how old are you?
I'm about to turn 30.
Yeah, you weren't even born. Anyway, so we met at a bid for Bachelor auction. I actually bought him for $75 for a fundraiser for the March of Dimes. And so now here, fast forward 30 years, you met somebody online, right? And congratulations, because you just got engaged. Yay.
Yeah.
Very, very awesome. And so, but it is harder these days. I have friends who are dating, and I think if they were focused on this dating app right now, one of the things that would help along, it doesn't matter. I mean, you feel like there might be a match, but it's the dog element that really pulls the people together right out of the gate.
I completely agree. Yeah,
and I would imagine that regardless of whether or not a relationship on a romantic level is developed, that friendships occur. I mean, are you hearing that?
Yeah, absolutely. People are definitely on dating apps to find a date.
Right.
People who are dating now, they're on 3 or 4 dating apps on a time on average.
Wow.
They're spending 9 to 10 hours a week on dating apps. And
Wow.
so you don't hear about the friendships as much because people are so dedicated to finding that person.
Right.
But I like to think that definitely those dates are a little bit more fun and friendly, and that maybe you're less likely to get ghosted, orbiting, all these things that people are dealing with on dating apps now.
Okay, you're going to have to educate me on the terminology, because I just learned the ghosting thing from one of my best friends who I guess got ghosted from a guy. She was saying this to me. I'm like, what does that even mean? Mm-hmm. Now I know that, but what is orbiting? What does that mean?
The idea of orbiting is someone maybe learning a little bit about you and always liking your Instagram photos, or you see that he's always watching your Snapchat stories or whatever it may be, but not actually interacting with you. So if you've got a crush that's orbiting you, you kind of know that they're around and they're kind of watching to see what you're doing and what you're up to, but they're not directly engaging.
Oh, God bless you guys for having to go through this.
Find a way that you don't have to do that and directly engage, go meet the pups.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like the dogs really just make a date scene completely unique. It takes all the pressure off. It would for me anyway. I would think that it would take all the pressure off for sure. Yeah. So how do you get, I realize that a lot of gals probably are the ones that jump on board first. How is it that you are attracting the balance of males to DigDates?
Absolutely. Every now and then we see the balance kind of reset itself, but the app certainly does attract a lot more women to the app initially. Cosmopolitan magazine called Dig the most wholesome dating app out there. And so by nature of hearing that, you think of your home, you think of your lifestyle, you think of more than half of dog owners sleeping with the dog in their bed already. And so you're truly thinking about long-term, you're thinking about life. And so we did attract a lot more women to the app initially, and our marketing attracts a lot more women. Another thing is women tend to share photos of dogs a lot more. So they're sharing our marketing that features adoptable dogs in all of our photos a lot more. So it's just reaching the community. But as soon as we tell the press or we send out a message saying, hey guys, we have 70% women on this app waiting to meet you, it evens out really quickly.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, it's something that's really unique for a dating app, not being, you know, as feminism forward like Bumble is, but still being able to attract really quality women to the app is something we're really excited about.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. So I just want to answer Judy's question. I feel knowledgeable enough, Judy, that I can tell you the answer on this one about what is a ghost. I had no idea myself, but apparently it's when you do go out on a date and then the person never calls you, texts you, does nothing, just disappears, like completely vanishes.
You actually have to go on the date. So you might be chatting with someone who you matched with and think that it's going well, and suddenly they stop talking. That would also.
Oh, yeah. Which I find very interesting how people can find it so easy to hide behind the computer or their phone via texting or even this app. And just that is, I think that's what I like most about this, what you do offer, though, is when you bring the dog into it, there's this element of connectivity. And I say this all the time, that in a period in history when we are more connected than ever before, we are also the most disconnected we've ever been from humanity, which is why our dogs play such an important and impactful role in our lives on a daily basis. And so now you have that connecting. It's almost like you're also dissing the person's dog, and God, you know, that would not feel good to me by any means. So.
Yeah. You of all people would understand this. I'm trying to place it right in my head, but dogs tend to make people more human to me. And I think that you just said it again, but it's like something about bringing out, you know, letting your walls down and picking up poop on a first date in front of a guy. Like you're showing your true self right away.
Exactly. So let's talk about some of the things that you're seeing with like, I know nobody's gotten married yet. We talked about that, but what are you finding in terms of success rate? Are you getting data on that?
Yeah, what's really interesting for a dating app is you want it to work really well, but when it does work well, people leave your app, right? Because they find the match. And so we're trying to figure out what's a really great amount of time to be on Dig. You know, people like using it. It's another avenue for dog photos. And so we're trying to figure out, you know, do we want to have people on it for one day and leave, or are they trying to stay on it longer and look at photos even as they continue dating? I don't think that's the case, but that's been really interesting to watch. You know, so trying to figure out exactly how long it takes for people to find the right person on Dig. And a lot of that's going to depend on how many people are on it in your area. You know, we've got a lot of people matching, even if there's just a few people in the area, because they all get to meet each other.
Yeah.
It's really interesting too.
What if you had like the part 2? So you're on DigDates because you're seeking your significant other. Now you find them. And so rather than be on the DigDate piece where you're still searching, now you're in the Dig community or something like that, where
yeah, we get that question all the time, and especially from investors. So you're thinking the right way. That's where our events really come into play right now. Our events are not singles events. They're just celebrating the dog community nationwide. And so a lot of these non-single people who just want to interact with us, want to meet other dog lovers for whatever reason it may be, really do that at our events across the country. For Valentine's Day, we have multiple events in Chicago, in New York, in Austin, in Boston, and in San Francisco, all going on at the same time. And our goal is just to be able to do that on a larger and larger scale.
It'd be so great if we could live stream it all happening all at the same time.
I would love it. That would be like a live stream GoPro on one of the dogs at each place.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about, well, first off, I want to be able to celebrate all these wins that you guys have experienced. So I want to make sure that people do know about this. Since Leigh was on our show several months ago, but since that time, they have received quite a bit of press and PR. And so I want to use this as an opportunity to shine the light on you guys and let you share these wins that we can all celebrate with you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, really exciting. We were at the Pets and Money Summit. We were chosen to be featured at the Best in Show showcase there. We were featured in Forbes because of that. We've been in Forbes twice. We've been in Cosmopolitan magazine, Refinery 29, live on Cheddar TV. Just incredible press across the country, including the local press everywhere we go. So Downtown LA has been phenomenal to us. Do LA and their email blast has been really great to us in that area. And then just launching city by city, now launching in our 8th city next week, 9th next month, and just trailblazing all the way through.
That's awesome. Okay, and you also started, which I thought was kind of fun, the most eligible bachelor and bachelorettes. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, actually, you can look it up on digdates.com. We have a new blog called Dig Unleashed, and it's got phenomenal content, but it includes the first most eligible dog mom of LA. Her name is Allie Raskin. She's a comedian, and she's wonderful. She's also a New York Times bestselling author. She will be at the Dig LA event. People will get to meet LA's most eligible dog mom. But it's a really, really exciting piece that we're doing city by city too. Another way to give a few people a boost.
Oh, I love that. And let's talk a little bit about the charity work that you do, or how you're tying into pet adoption and shelters and things like that.
Oh, absolutely. Every dog we feature on Instagram and in all of our marketing campaigns are available for adoption. So if you go to @DigDates, you see the funny memes, cute photos of dogs. You just look in the comments and you can see exactly how to adopt that dog. And then every single one of our events is also an adoption event. Just coming up in LA, we've got Adoptable Dogs coming from LA Animal Rescue, the Chris Kelly Foundation, Dove Project, Karma Rescue, Mutt Match. We've also got Best Friends Animal Society coming, Rescue and Freedom Project. And so we really try to focus on each community and see what each nonprofit is doing to really benefit that community everywhere we go.
I just love it. I'm so excited for you guys. I just feel like this was such a brilliant idea. And I would imagine, I think it's going to be the most successful dating app out there because of the dog element, for sure. So let's talk about the event in LA. Like, we know that there's going to be, why don't you share with our audience, for any of you guys who are in the LA area, obviously you want to come to this. This is going to be quite the party.
Seriously.
Closing down January and kicking into the month of love on the 31st. Tell us where it's at, what we can expect.
Sure. It is at WeWork Gas Tower. So that's on West 5th Street, downtown LA. We've got 35 different dog businesses just giving stuff away, whether it's free 30-minute swim lessons that you can win, a lot of free dog treats. We've got a dog masseuse coming for learning how to do dog massages, dental cleanings, definitely get your teeth cleaned for free, all that fun stuff all together with all those adoptable dogs you can bring your dog to. We have 650 people signed up to come to the event so far.
Amazing.
We're taking over downtown and making it just a dog crazed event. And so it's truly going to be amazing.
It is. And we're going to be there too. Dog is Good is going to have a little pop-up table there for all of you guys out there as well. What is there a fee to attend this? How do they sign up?
Totally free. You can go to digla.eventbrite.com to reserve your tickets. All you have to do is show us that you've downloaded Dig. And if you're not single and really, really don't want to download Dig, then you can just show us that you've shared it in some way, either online or to a friend. But it's all about just celebrating the dog community and getting the word out about Dig.
So I want to ask a question as it relates to age, because I feel like there's these two sweet spots in the demographics. So obviously your younger crew, 20 to 30, the people that have not been married yet and are seeking that lifetime partner. And then there's people like, I have quite a few friends who are on their second stage of life and seeking their significant forever partner, but they're older. So, on the app as a whole, what are you finding in terms of the demographics?
I'm so glad you asked that, because it's been amazing to watch. We certainly get a lot of divorcees or people who may have never married. And what's really fascinating that we didn't expect is a lot of those people are signing up for Dig as first-time dating app users. Whereas a lot of the younger crews are using Dig as maybe the third or fourth dating app on their phone at the same time. And so a lot of it is education on just, when do they start talking back to me, and how do I actually get the match going, and what are good conversation starters. So that's really fun as well, kind of working with the different demographics, because you don't have the jaded ghosting side of the younger group. You've got the, especially, divorced women with a dog who know exactly what they're looking for, know exactly how you're going to fit into their lifestyle, and are looking for that person. And they're choosing us to find that person, which is so unbelievably amazing.
That is fantastic. Do you have, do you ever offer like little seminars on, dating seminars, or relationship experts that come in and maybe do like a webinar to help, launch a relationship on communicate, or, something on communication, things like that?
Yeah, right now we're partnering with different groups. So a group that I really, really love out of Austin is called Love Intently. And through our blog, Dig Unleashed, if you go to digdates.com, click on Unleashed, you can see a big Love Intently piece on how to make sure you get that second date, what to do in that first date to make sure that it goes well, especially as it relates to dogs, and ways to bring the conversation back if it goes off the rails, things like that. We also work with a group called the Man Funnel out in New York. And so she's given a lot of tips as well, sent out some content on behalf of Dig to her group.
What's the Man Funnel?
It's basically a blog, and it's someone who will help you connect and find the right men. But right now, that's what we're doing, is kind of city by city figuring out the different people and companies that might be able to help us get the word out and help you with the dating side, because each city is extraordinarily different, not just on the dog friendliness and the things you can do with your dog, but the way people interact, what you want to do. I might not, suggest a juice bar to someone in Texas like I might in LA.
Right.
So we've found that keeping it hyper local and involving the local businesses on both sides, the pets and the dating side, has worked really well for our users.
I think it's fantastic. And Laura was just saying, can you believe nobody came up with this before you guys? And the answer is no, but I love how you guys are brilliantly mapping this out, because it's evolved. I know just from the initial launch, you already had a great idea, but just how it's transformed, which, just an aside, from a business standpoint, it's important to always have one's vision, the bigger picture of where you're going and what you see. But the beauty is that as you're going along the journey, new opportunities open, or you get feedback that allows you to course correct and expand or tighten things up depending on the market and and things that you didn't know might be available. So I love how you guys are evolving, as it continues to grow.
Thank you. We are trying to grow. We are trying to hire staff across the country to do this even faster. If you don't mind, I'd like to chat about how we're doing crowdfunding, because it's a little
Absolutely. So let's get into that. So for you guys who are looking for opportunities, this is a great one. So let's talk about that. What kind of crowdfunding are you looking for, and how are you going to be using those funds to grow?
It's actually really exciting because of some changes in laws a few years ago. We can now do equity crowdfunding. So you can actually buy a piece of Dig and grow with us as co-owners of Dig. So you can buy actual shares of Dig and grow with us. The minimum is just $99. That's through Net Capital, which is basically just a portal, a place where you can buy shares of Dig and help us grow together. And when we do that, we launched it a few weeks ago, and we're seeing our users are our investors. That's the coolest feeling, because this is a free app. You never have to pay anything for Dig. Down the line, we might offer additional features that'll cost money to develop. But right now, you could just log into Dig and use it and find someone and walk away if you wanted. But these people are actually turning around and putting money back into the company they love, which just makes us feel amazing. So what we're really trying to do is just grow our staff and get the word out to help more people find more matches. That's the bottom line.
Okay, so as you're growing your staff, tell us what you're looking for, because there might be people out there that are like, man, I want to get you my resume ASAP. So what are you looking for?
One of the coolest jobs that we actually need to hire very soon is someone who's able to manage all of our brand ambassadors across the country. We've got we've got more than 10 people now who are just doing fun things to get the word out about Dig, throwing events in different cities. And so as that program grows, we need someone to be able to manage and kind of direct those. Also, we have partnership requests coming in left and right from big companies, small companies, co-promotional campaigns. So someone who's very organized and able to work with a lot of different groups and creative, thinking about fun ways of getting the word out about Dig on top of it. And so those are 2 jobs that we know right off the bat are going to be some of our first hires. And then the technical team. We want to make sure that we're growing a US-based technical team, and that's front-end, back-end developers, data scientists, and everyone must be dog lovers for sure.
Yeah, no, key common denominator there for sure. This is fantastic. And what's beautiful about that too is you can do this remotely, obviously, I would imagine. Those skill sets and that job, those job activities don't have to be in a particular location. So if you guys are looking for something, then you can get in touch with Leigh so that as soon as all the funding becomes available, maybe you can take action on that. Do you have any questions for Leigh? And Leigh, is there anything that I haven't asked you that we want to make sure we share with everybody today?
I think we're doing great. You know, number one thing is just tell all the single people you know. Please help us share and spread the word. It's all about dogs and love. If you have dog companies that might want to be featured on Dig in the daily deal section, or do a co-promotional event or campaign with us, we are always looking for new ways and new fun partners to work with. So please ask them to reach out.
Well, I want to make sure that all of, for any of the cities that you're in, that we have a Dog is Good pop-up shop there. They should most definitely be there for that. And and so for you guys who may have popped on later or just didn't catch us at the very beginning, I want to make sure that you do know DigDates and Dog is Good are going to be at the LA launch party on the 31st up in Los Angeles. We've already put in the link where you can go and sign up to go. So again, you don't have to be single. I'm not single. John's not single, but we will be there. And the giveaway for today is I'm not single. I have a dog.
I love it.
T-shirt. Yep, it's awesome. And I do want to remind everybody that if you love your dog so much, which I know you all do, every single day when you wake up, your dog is looking at you, and trust me, without saying a word, they have something they want to tell you. And that is their general words of wisdom, their unique lessons and guidance that they bring to you every single day. 9 times out of 10, you don't even see them because you're so busy getting up and going and doing your thing. But if you stop long enough, your dog will show you new ways of looking at the world around you. And that can be completely life-shifting and life-changing. So in 2019, we are launching our Fetch a Year Worth Barking About challenge. So you can go to Fur Covered Wisdom and take that as a way to enhance an already amazing life that you're living, or to grow and expand and prosper in other ways as well. So that's kind of fun. And then you can also receive a note of wisdom from your very own dog, personally written for you from them every single Monday in your inbox. So please sign up for that because that's fantastic. And that's a great gift to give somebody as well. And one last reminder, if you do know of anybody that you would like to see us bring onto the Lifestyle Show, please share that with us. We'll put in the email where you can send those contacts and leads, and we're happy to do that. So, Leigh, thank you so much. I can't wait to meet you in person. Is your fiance coming also, or just you?
He will be taking care of the pup at home, but I will be there. My co-founder, my sister will be there, and so we're enough, I promise.
Okay, perfect. And the Dig team here will be at the event as well. And hopefully all of you viewing within the area can be there as well. So have a wonderful Wednesday. Leigh, thank you so much again for taking time out of your busy day, and all of you for watching. I appreciate it very much. And we'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Bye, thank you.
So Leigh, hold on one.